Heyo everyone, welcome to XCI Reacts. Let's get to 500 subs together. Drop a like to feed that algorithm, comment your thoughts, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps this channel going. Let's make it happen. And so I find myself returning back to one more episode of Naruto in this session tonight. This is the 7th episode of the session. It's a pretty long one, but a lot of small pieces coming together and telling, a tale of the past, if you will, of the Seinin, of Jiraiya, of Tsunade, and of course a little bit of Orochimaru, although he bounced out immediately. So that was kind of a good thing because the pacing really was kept intact because of that. I was a little bit disoriented at the beginning of the last episode when I was speculating because I didn't know how they're going to bring all the pieces together, but it does feel like that is going to be pushed to the side. It's not going to be maybe an obstacle that they have to get through for this particular tale, which is where I was getting confused because we already had that one. We have with the Uchiha, right? We have the Itachi moment that has to be our Act 3. In my head, that's still where this whole plot leads to. And what is the quest of this what I have predicted as a 20 episode run? What is the quest? It was in the episode 5 to 6 transition. It was to find Tsunade, that she was going to be the next Hokage, the 5th Hokage, and that Jiraiya was going to be the one that was sent on the mission to find her. And on that path, he was going to bring Naruto in order to train him a little bit more, like a protege underneath him, a little disciple, if you will, teach him some more of the skills that came from the 4th Hokage. So there's a bit of a blood connection there. And so we have the spiral symbol that keeps repeating in this particular arc. And so I do feel like that's going to play a part in some regard, that connection between, like it's a lot of lineage. If you were to like talk about what is the, in the first 5 episodes in the Act 1, if you will, of the 20 episode run, what would be the theme of it that is going to carry through? It would be that legacy is a really important one. We came off of the last arc with legacy was really important. We lost the Hokage, and it's like we had to get someone to replace, and then there's a very strong connection with legacy and the village, the Leaf Village, and I think with all the clans to some degree. There's like with all the characters, there's like bloodlines matter. The parents came into the Act 3 of the last arc, and so there's like the bloodlines matter. We have the Uchiha bloodline, that's part of it. They told us that theme through the Uchiha brothers, and then of course we have Jiraiya taking on the disciple of Naruto and now training him like this ability that came from the 4th Hokage. So there's a connection there. And then we have Tsunade. She's got psychological impact because she lost a loved one in some thing that happened during the war, I think, is how I mean, I might be putting those pieces together. I don't know if that all happened at the same time, but it's possible. I believe that was a detail I got. And so she's afraid of blood now because of it. Possibly maybe it's just a rejection. It's a psychological thing that's kind of taken over. And that's like a battle she has to defeat in her own character arc. But anyways, so that legacy was lost there. Like the loss there really matters to her. And it made her not understand the value of progressing for like the lineage kind of died off her there. Oh, and then also she's connected to the 1st Hokage, so that's a massive connection point, right? Is she connected to another Hokage in the line? Like, is there may be something going on there where the 1st and the 2nd or something, there's like a connection there. I'm not sure, but I'm suspecting that's going to play a part now. There's going to be a connection somewhere else is going to come up and it's going to be revealed to us. What's the catalyst for that? It has to be Naruto, right? It has to be either Naruto or it has to be the Uzumaki line, to be honest, because in the last couple episodes, so the first part of the Act 2, right, we got a couple narrative beats tied to the fact that the power came from the 4th Hokage. There's the spiral symbol, and it's on the back of his coat, and I feel like that might matter. The way that the power he's learning is very much to control like the kind of the spiral, and I'm wondering if like him attacking Tsunade now at this particular moment, these beats in the in the second half of Act 2, that this is going to be an unlock for Tsunade, and unlocking Tsunade unlocks the quest, like make sure the quest can come to the end, which is like bringing her back to the village so that she can be the next Hokage. And maybe Naruto has to unlock that part in her, and that's part of the whole pattern of the greater power, greater responsibility, greater confidence. And maybe that responsibility part is like Naruto as maybe an agent to bring that responsibility, not for himself, because we'd have like his hope is to be the next Hokage, and that's what he fights for, that's what he defeats all the challenges for. And maybe there's something to be said about his vocabulary there really being like mattering to Tsunade, hearing those words and maybe getting her out of the blockers that she's in, and maybe that's part of like how those patterns play out, you know. And because that power was being trained to him, and that smirk from Jiraiya tells me that maybe that was intentional, like he's playing chess to some degree. Like Jiraiya has put some pieces in play here because he needed Naruto to unlock those pieces, because maybe Jiraiya knew that Naruto being able to have that power mastered was going to be maybe some symbolic unlock that he needed in play when going up against Tsunade, because maybe Jiraiya is playing this kind of chessboardian kind of yes, this kind of play. And why am I saying that? Because they were having that dialogue while playing poker, right? And so I feel like there's like they're both playing some sort of system, or maybe Jiraiya knows he's playing, but she's kind of reacting. I'm not sure, but there could be some narrative through line there, because I feel like symbolically they given enough pieces for that to maybe like play out in a way that is fulfilling. So I'm kind of looking forward to that this episode. That was a lot of talking up front. Sorry about that. I got carried away. I had to get a lot of those thoughts out the door, though. One more thing that I knew I was going to forget this piece, but it's important. It's important. Is that I had speculated that Jiraiya was possibly the beloved, and were the two same characters. I don't think that's the case anymore, as I talked about at the end of the last episode. And so that being said, do I think that there's like a death flag on Jiraiya's head right now? No. I think that very likely saved Jiraiya out of this problem. And so what does that death flag become? I don't know. But and again, this doesn't have to be a literal death, right? But it has to be something that becomes a catalyst. Is usually some sort of death motif, some death thing. And now, I mean, it's in the title. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to read the small text underneath. Now let's watch the episode and let's find out. Clunk. Knucklehead Ninja Clunk. Oh my god, did she... Okay. With her finger? She did say with her finger. Single finger. She stuck to the rules. Spiral. 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 Wait a minute. You mean like you did to the mall boss? Oh, I wonder if like... I wonder if the power of the finger is the power that Jiraiya was teaching Naruto, you know?
Well, of course I did. I'm his teacher, aren't
okay.
What of it?
I don't know. It feels like you did it with the point of your finger, to some degree. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just.
Making him think he could actually be Hokage someday.
Okay, so it is that. That is going to be the. Never gives up.
Give me just 3 days and I'll have that jutsu down flat.
Yeah.
Watch what you
Okay.
say, kid.
But that's all the motivation he needs.
Go back on my word.
Damn.
That's my ninja
Hey, they did say this a while ago. I do remember that line. He was gonna. It was at the end of like the massive event that he's gonna have his own way. Oh, it's the tournament. It's in the tournament. Going to the crystal, and I know that it's.
I'll even throw in my necklace.
Oh damn.
Lady Tsunade, no.
Oh.
No, you don't really mean that.
Oh, she's a gambler. She's a gambler.
That necklace belonged to the first Hokage himself.
Whoa.
There are only 2
Symbolic.
like it in the world. Why, that little thing is worth 3 gold mines in the mountains on top of them.
Oh, it's not the money. Damn, she's a gambler. For real. All right.
There's always money with this kid.
And it's not. Don't talk like that.
However,
He doesn't need it.
You lose and admit I was right. And I get the money in Froggy.
Oh, come on.
Wait a second.
You've already lost it once to Jiraiya. You can lose it again.
How could you gamble with the necklace? He hasn't a chance of winning.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's go, Shizune.
And so once again, it was like, well, it's high stakes. High stakes.
Don't decide.
Second part of Act 2, baby.
We'll expect your answer
Higher stakes.
in a week.
Higher problems. Let's go. Ooh, I see. Gave him a week. So that's the it either goes path A or path B. She's got 2 paths in life. She gambled. She's just rolling the dice on this one. Each has 7 days. I like it. Oh, interesting.
I know it's awfully
To help
late.
him?
I'm
No.
sorry, but I must.
No, because she wouldn't want him to win the necklace.
There's something you must know about the necklace.
Oh? Is she gonna spill the secrets?
Couldn't care. She's not the type of person you think she is.
All right, go on. Spill it.
Dedicated
Backstory.
To the but
We need this. We need this context. I like how the last 2 episodes handled a lot like high drama cliffhangers. Just settle them up front, and then you focus on the story. You know, that's good. They did a good job. It's important. It's important. Remember the greater responsibilities, the idea. Keeping in mind right now, right?
Understand that necklace has been life for her.
It's a symbol.
Look,
So that's why all the gamblers
anyway,
looked at it
was
when
her
she was
idea, not mine.
gambling.
You'll be sorry.
The value of
you
it.
think it's something you'll be able to wear like a trophy. This is not just any necklace. It won't accept anyone else wearing
Oh, okay.
it. Only on
What the hell does that mean?
Tsunade does it when anyone else puts it on,
There's 2 of them though.
they die.
There's 2 of them though. Where's the second one? Because why even say that, you know? Curious. Buried? With the beloved, maybe?
No, Aki. I can't believe you're 12.
I'm not a
Sister.
little kid anymore. You know that?
Oh, yeah. Still a kid as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Anyway, whether you are or not,
Oh, little brother. Oh, not son. Oh my god, have I been saying it wrong the entire time?
the necklace of the first Hokage.
I'll have to fix that in editing. Oh.
I thought it made more sense for you
I mean,
to have it.
Oh, but then she loses
I know
him.
you've had your eye on it for
Good care of all of it.
Oh.
After all, I'm the grandson of the Hokage who built the
Oh,
village
see?
in the leaves.
So she's
Remember, like
seeing
you
a little bit of
always say,
Naruto.
man never goes back.
And I give my word I'll follow
Oh.
my grandfather's footsteps and be just like him.
That's a Naruto
To
vibe.
be Hokage. That is my dream.
Damn. Yo, that's a little bit weird though.
Take off your headband.
That's a
just for
little bit
sec.
weird. That's an echo.
Go
How did
on,
that happen?
Take it off. I have one.
Interesting. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the full backstory right here. Wait. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Condition the body's in.
So he's already a
She won't even
whack
be
job.
able to raise her little brother.
Silence,
Oh my god.
This is what
Oh my god.
Shinobi are just left on the battlefield to die. There are no doctors or healers to help them. And the day after
Man.
receiving such a lovely gift.
Man. There were 2 of them though. Did I hear that wrong too? This whole time.
This entire village meant a lot to her.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take good care of all of it.
That's a lot of legacy. Wait on ya.
Making this proposal for any 4 ninja squad that
Oh?
we send into harm's way. If we make one
Medic?
member of each squad a trained medical specialist,
Okay,
it will
okay.
not only increase their survival rate in the
Was that
human
said
race,
earlier
and
for
we need to do it
Sakura?
now,
Was that
at
brought up?
once. We've lost too many shinobi already.
Yes,
Like, that was
there
always
much
the
sense in
intention
what
of
you
her on
say,
the squad?
Tsunade. But at
And, like, every
present, we
squad
have
has
no
that
one
third?
with enough expert,
Hmm.
and we're in the midst of a great war.
It's just
And
limits,
our enemies won't
limitations.
sit back and wait.
We do
I see.
nothing. We
So it never
go
really
on
moved forward.
throwing their lives away.
I agree. I say she's right. If we can learn to save future generations of shinobi,
Okay,
then
now
those
it's
who
now it's
die,
clear. Oh, it's not white hair. It's blue, silver, silver hair. Love at first sight.
there's no need to thank me. Would you like me to see you home?
Damn. What's the
Oh, it's
symbol
no
on the
bother.
back there, bruh?
I wanted to talk to you anyway. Pick
Are
my
you
little
an
sister up at
Uzumaki?
The academy.
Huh.
Used to?
No, he's not. I think it's a. I'm not sure. I don't think that makes him an Uzumaki. I don't know. The simple thing, the back
Tomorrow's
spiral.
another mission into enemy territory.
Comrades
Nice.
died with all
Do
my
you want to be a
heart.
Hokage as well?
Want to protect them. Want to lead them in building a
Oh my
better world
god.
than this.
Double whammy.
Ever since my sister died,
Ooh.
all that's kept
So it's
me
like Lost drove this guy to then want it.
be Hokage
Man.
was my dream.
The lines. Rule of 3s. Shit. And the kiss on the forehead. Rule of 3s. I predict she's gonna kiss Naruto on the forehead. I'll circle it. Yeah.
Hang on, Don.
Oh man.
Tsunade,
They're just ripping through this one.
wanna die yet?
Oh gee.
There's left to do.
Don't try to talk.
Jeez. Yeah. Game over, bro.
Not this way.
You did.
Yet.
Don't worry.
And it's like a
Don.
miserable
I've
death
stopped
too.
the bleeding.
You know, it's like
Just save your strength.
nothing you can do about it
You're
kind of
gonna
moment.
be all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Goodness,
And like he doesn't want to.
that's a
Or,
relief.
oh, she's lying to him just so they can rest in peace.
Mom! No!
Don't freak out at his last moment. Just let him go.
Don't go.
I mean, at least he went in
Please
peace, you
don't
know.
go. Don't leave me.
And it was war that did it both times, you know.
That's enough. He's dead.
Huh. Game over. Oh, the blood. Fear of blood. That was a game over. That's it. Yeah. All right.
So you see, Naruto.
So it won't be this episode,
She's
folks.
been in torment
We're
ever
going to,
since.
what are you gonna do about that, Naruto?
Where are you going?
You gonna go find her?
Out. I need to start training.
Oh. I mean, to him, it's like, yeah. So why should that change his dreams? You know? Spiral symbol. It's coming back often, huh? I don't know, man. Uzumaki. Uzumaki, man. Uzumaki. Oh. Actually, that suggests that he kind of got it. He kind of got the pop. Now he just needs... Oh, no, he needs the orb to, like, push the orb. Okay,
You
right.
know you're glad
That was the
to
second.
see me. Been years since we've sat down together.
Take her mind off of it, maybe? Maybe?
Guess it's all you have to remember them by.
He's going to show up at the end of this episode. No way. No. We're at the end. We're running into the end here. So there's no way.
Why so
I'd love to
long
see it.
anyway?
If he just shows up and, like, puts a hole in this cabin. No.
When are
Like,
you
he doesn't even need 7 days, you know?
again?
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
I don't know what sort of deal he may have offered you, but think carefully before accepting it.
Deal with the devil.
And all they've accomplished for the Leaf Village. For
Legacy.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I think she fell deep enough that she could, I suppose.
If I thought you could,
Damn, that's
I
dramatic.
would stop you right here and
Damn,
now.
that's dramatic. God damn.
Nothing to
Bro.
do with me anymore.
Got dark.
A person who feels nothing at the death of those close to him
Oh,
is no
yeah,
different
gee.
than a butcher.
Gee. That's it. So it is. I think there's like a symbolic layer to them
Okay,
needing
that's
her
enough with the lecture.
to be the Hokage, you know.
That dumb hair. To be Hokage. That is my dream.
I think he played the game.
There are a lot.
Jeez. He knew what he was doing when he brought Naruto. That's why he said, yeah, he wants to bring Naruto. It wasn't to train him. He knew he was going to use it as like a pawn.
To be Hokage. That is
Hey,
my
man,
dream.
you got to do what you got to do. Oh, damn.
You're always so reckless.
That's
You
great.
want to kill yourself? You're still just. There's ever a real battle. You get out of there fast.
Oh, man.
Are you crazy? I'm never gonna run away.
Man. Man.
They're more alike
They weren't
than
mess.
you know.
They weren't even trying to hide it. The parallel.
There's no way.
Shh.
I'm totally out of
Don't talk
gas.
like that.
Just gotta try it again tomorrow.
Who never came in.
Gee.
Tonight.
He's committed, man.
Little fool.
He's a freak. Freak of nature. I would love to see this episode end with something like close this off. I mean, we're reaching the tail end. I don't even want to move my mouse to know for sure, but I'm feeling the two paths. I would love to see it happen here. Fast forward 7 days, you know? Like, you'd have to bring the dead bodies to pull this off. That's disgusting, you know? That's a no. That should be a no. There should be no debate here. That's like, you know, back to gambling just to forget
What do you plan on doing?
this.
My
Oh.
lady, think of your brother.
He did not say that out loud. She did not hear that and still debating this. No way.
Have you forgotten all your dreams?
I'll cut to the chase.
Thank you, Shizune.
Tsunade, in all its wisdom, the village has come to the decision to name you as the 5th Hokage.
Trust the elders. Legacy. Respect. Respect what came before. And the end. Damn it. Yeah, I just zoned zombie mode. Gamble zombie mode here. It is gonna end right here. Damn it. Sounds like Persona music right there at the beginning. Oh god, can I do one more episode? I just want to get to that. God damn it, I just want to know. I don't think I can. Greater power, greater responsibility, greater confidence. So greater power, greater responsibility. This, yeah, it did feel like a responsibility episode, huh? So, but it was from a Tsunade perspective. I mean, to some degree, I suppose, Naruto's perspective too, in the sense that he was able to call the power, just not control it effectively. And so it's almost like it is a little bit from a Naruto style perspective, right? Because I guess because he said in 7 days he could prove, you know, that his dream of become a Hokage, he can pull this off. So it is, he's got to be responsible for the power, I suppose, right? That's, I mean, it still works. Symbolically, it still works. But it's also her path as well, that she has to, I mean, this episode, symbolically, it was also about, the responsibility of legacy, like what came before, not only with her brother, not her son, and her loved one, not Jiraiya. It matters. It matters that, and that her grandfather, you know, I believe I'm almost convinced now, there's probably an Uzumaki connection in here somewhere. It could be because even the kid, like her brother, spoke like Naruto. Like, I feel like there's gonna be a connection there. I would say like maybe the first Hokage wasn't an Uzumaki though. I don't think that's how it works. Maybe it was like the first Hokage and like the mother is maybe an Uzumaki bloodline or something like that. And so they're of the line that's connected to the first one. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe that could be something that happens. And anyways, then there's And then there's a greater confidence needs to come out of this. So it's going to be the fork decision. There's like a path A and path B, and that's very much now you got to be, you know, are you confident to walk the path that's put before you? And I would look at like from both characters' perspectives here, right? The Naruto path is like you're on the path of like you're going to be Hokage someday. That's your dream. You're gonna do whatever you have to do in order to stay on that path. And so that's his confidence gets boosted. But like we know that he can get overconfident, you know, to the point of being dangerous and damaging to his own ambitions, you know, when they get ahead of him. But when he really like when he has something in his core that he's driving for, then he tends to pull things off in however method he needs to pull it off, right? Like again, we got this earlier on, the idea that he's unconventional about the way he has to go through things in order to get what he wants, in order to like in order to defeat the challenges in front of him. Even if he's not capable of doing it, he's going to find a way to make it happen. He's going to just make it happen, you know. That's his thing. He might not be able to repeat it, but at the time, at the moment, he's going to put the pieces together that have to make it happen. That's it. Because, you know, his dream needs to be preserved. And then from the Tsunade's perspective, we got it all in this episode, right? We got the legacy continuity that needs to carry through now for her, that she's going to have to build up the confidence to be that symbol for the village, go back to the village and take on that mantle, because Naruto's going to prove you wrong, that it is possible to like honor I was gonna say honor ideas, right? But like even Naruto's fighting for that idea for reasons of being better. Like he doesn't have all the connection pieces that bind him to the legacy, because it hasn't been clear. It hasn't been clearly stated, at least to Naruto. I mean, it has to some degree. I mean, I'm not sure it has to Naruto. To the audience, it certainly has. And then how does that bring Orochimaru back into the picture? Well, it's a path A or path B, and if she decides that it's not path B, it's not going to be the Orochimaru. Does he become an enemy that we still have to contend with as we roll into the Act 3? Does he become the equivalent of the Minion Madness? Like, does he trigger something that's a fight, or does he have to like give up? Like, does Orochimaru have to realize that he's not gonna, if he doesn't get his arms healed, how's he gonna decimate the village? And obviously, if he said that out loud, like, that's really stupid. If she actually walked away knowing that that's what he would use his power for, what are you doing? Like, why would he have said that to her? I mean, unless he, like, his play on her was like, she doesn't care. She walked away from her a long time ago because of, you know, because, I mean, Orochimaru saw the body of the brother and said it's, like, unrecognizable. So it's like he's come to terms with death in his way, and he already seemed to have come to terms with that at that moment during that war. So I don't know if something happened during that war to Orochimaru to turn him into who he was, but he already seems like he was already eccentric going into that. Whereas like he saw her break down to the point of like she doesn't care anymore either, and he's playing that hand. Whereas Jiraiya is playing the hand of like, no, I think she's suppressing the fact that she still has something in there that would make her that symbol, like that she should be in that position of Hokage because she would represent something greater than herself and honor the legacy that came before her. And so I think they're both playing two sides of a game here. I was going to say dice, but those are six sides. But the flip of a coin. They're flipping a coin with her decision. And Naruto has become the catalyst of making sure that he bumps her over that edge. 93 to 95 would be the turning point for Tsunade, I think. I think the next episode, I mean, I'm already seeing the title of it right now, and it does say a dubious offer, Tsunade's choice. So I know it's going to come at least down to the choice. Whether or not she makes it or not, I don't know, but I'm still giving it a range of 93, 94, 95. 3 episodes, right? Of there being a resolve, in any case, to some degree with Orochimaru as part of the plot, because I personally don't want to see Orochimaru spill into the last 5 episodes of what I believe is a 20-episode bundle of plot, if you will, right? I feel like those last 5 episodes really do need to focus on the Uchiha brothers, because the first 5 episodes started with Uchiha brothers, so the last 5 episodes need to end with the Uchiha brothers. It's the mirror pattern. I hope they don't murky that up with Orochimaru. Damn it. But that being said, Orochimaru is kind of attached to the Uchiha stuff, so like there might be a bridge, not Uchiha, but like the whole groups and stuff like that, where there's the Akatsuki and there's the 8 swordsmen. Okay, it's been a while. I didn't write that one down, but I know there's the whole swordsman thing. So maybe we do bridge, or maybe that's like I don't know, a lighter thread of continuation that takes us past this. I don't know. I just feel like the story needs to focus on us resolving her going back to the Leaf Village as Hokage. That could even happen before the Uchiha plot comes back around, because those two things aren't really connected, you know? The Uchiha brother conflict, whatever that's going to be, and I do believe it's going to be in the last 5 episodes, something has to happen there. And I don't think that the Hokage thing needs to happen after that. I feel like that's going to be it's kind of its own little plot that just started in the first 5 episodes of this 20 episode set. Speculation. I could be wrong. Still, right? And then we have like the act 2 becomes a second narrative focusing on the whole Hokage, Jiraiya, Naruto, and then we bracket this off with a mirror pattern of the plot kind of full circling back to the Uchiha brothers. Could be something like that that's going on, or I could be completely wrong and this still has time to derail. I'm going to be a little bit ahead of all of you. I hope you don't mind, at least for this particular set. I think we're going to be entering a lot of filler episode territory very soon, because I'm halfway through the entire set. I'm not halfway yet, but I do know that I've gotten a comment of there being a lot of filler episodes, and those have to start sometime. And I think it's going to start after the episode 100 mark. I'm going to see if I can catch them along the way. I haven't seen anything that to tell me when those episodes will happen. I'm going to watch them anyways, but maybe part of the game is going to be, did it feel like a filler episode? And I'll be able to talk about that. And then we'll talk. But again, let's wait till the milestone of episode 100. Regardless, and I'll be able to give an update onto what I see going forward for the big cluster of filler episodes you all been warning me about over the years. So catch you there. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire. Ready? Peace.